Hello, everyone, and welcome to Investing and Trading Live. Once again, my name is Josh Velquist. Today is the 14th of October. 14th of November. And CPI data shows that inflation has cooled in October down to, I believe it was 3.2%. So I don't know if that's the case, but resulting in a large gap on the day. So the market's going to gap up. We're about 2 minutes from the open here, Central Time, 8:28 Central Time. Markets are going to gap up and show some major strength as the morning begins. A couple of news things here. Let's see. Green light. Okay, here's something interesting. It says green light for stocks based off stock news. So we're going to cover some of that stuff here on the show on Investing and Trading Live. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the show wherever you listen to your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. If you're listening on the Spreaker app, Spreaker, we appreciate that. It helps the algos with the show. That being said, there is risk in trading and investing. You can and will lose money at one point in your life. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only, mainly mine, but hopefully find it entertaining as well. That being said, here's the green light for stocks headline, which could be a clue. Could it be a clue? Potentially, for a potential drop. Now, you may listen to that and say, why would that happen? Well, yeah, it's not about the news. It's what's in the clues. So that being said, it says stocks have nicely bounced from recent bottom. The key ingredient being the lowering of bond rates that was starting to crush the soul of stock investors. Okay. Not only have we found a bottom, but the S&P 500, the SPY, which is what we look at every day, is back above key technical levels that point to more bullish upsides ahead. Also helping matters is the positive bias for stocks during the holiday season, what's typically called the Santa Claus rally. Okay, so that being said, let's just go analyze the charts and go look at that SPY and see what's going on with that. So market is open now. It is 8:30 a.m. Central Time. We are opening right at SPY. We're opening above our supply zone that we had marked out. So obviously that supply zone did not hold, gapping right above it, and not necessarily in a supply zone. So quite frankly, maybe they're right. Maybe this could keep going up. Who knows? But that's why you want to put your proper capital management parameters in there. Market currently at 446.69. 72, 74, 73, 74. Market is moving and is moving good. That's your SPY, S&P 500. Gapping up about 1.45%. Dow Jones Industrial Average, same story, gapping up bigly, 347.13, but we are dropping on the Dow Jones. The S&P 500 is going up. So that one is actually going down as we speak, gapping up 1.1% on the day. And the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, also gapping up and also showing a little bit of strength right out of the open. Currently at 383.99, gapped up 1.81%. And getting into actually gapping right into a kind of a messy supplies on a rally-based drop. I don't really care for it too much. Could it hold? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But that market really showing some resiliency there. So that is your QQQ, which is your NASDAQ ETF. All right. So let's get into the IWM, which is the Russell. Gapping up, 3.1% on the day. Big gap up for the Russell, leading the charge at the ETFs. Quite frankly, probably all the ETFs. XLU is up 2%. But we will get into that in a second. So gapping up to 174.68. So looking good for the IWM for those Russell traders. Coming into a pivot from the 3rd of November. And a rally-based drop on the 4-hour chart. Same thing on a 1-hour chart. So we'll see what happens with this one. I just want to look at... That looks good for our trade. Interesting. All right, well, whatever. We'll go back to that. So that is your major market update. All right, let's get into gold. Gold is up. Not much. XME is up 2.7%. IYR, which is the real estate, that one is up pretty good. Okay. Just looking at another platform here, we got some opportunities maybe moving forward. XLE up 0.69%, XLF 1.45%, USO up 0.64%. The VIX is down, obviously, because the market is just shooting straight up, continuing that downtrend from the highs, down about 39% since from those highs. Okay, let's get into your crude oil, up about 1% on the day. Currently at $79.02 spot price, or per barrel, I should say. Let's get into gold and silver. Gold is up 0.78%. Silver is up 2.5%. Wowzers, coming right off a demand zone. I like that one. Okay. Bitcoin 36,640 even. Let's get into our stock market since the market is open. We got some big high flyers. Skills is up 12% on the day. Nvidia up 1.7%. Turtle Beach up 2%. Tesla is up almost 4%. Airbnb 4.25%. Big move for the market. Snapchat up 8.5%. Wow. Big move for Snapchat. Way to go, Snappy Snap. That one gapping up and just showing major strength out of the open. Closing that gap back from July. So which is typically what happens. Those gaps like to close. Low is up almost 4%. AMC, whoop-de-doo. That was down big yesterday. Replacing some of those games. Nordstrom, so we did an options on Nordstrom's yesterday. Sold the 9.5 strike puts, and it's up currently 5.25% on the day. Okay. Not too shabby. Macy's up 5.96% on the day. That was actually giving some premium yesterday, too. Upstart 8%, and Elf up 4% almost. So the market is, I have one in about 30 different stocks I look at. I have one in the red, and that's one that I would never trade anyway. UNG, which is the natural gas fund. That's the only one that's down 1.71%. But every single one, it's amazing. Every single one is actually in the green today. Big monster move in the stock market. Dollar is obviously down 1% on the day. That's a big move for the dollar. Down to 104.57 currently. So that is driving these stock market gains, usually inversely correlated. So markets, there's really not a whole lot to say. Markets are just strong out of the open. And we will might see this continuation here today. So we will follow that and give an update tomorrow. That being said, that's your show for the day, your market update. Collect your profits when they're given to you. Collect your profits when they're given to you. Protect your losses. Keeping them small. I finally got that right. It's a tough one today. Until next time, retire young, my friends.